I am Kelli Calabrese, and I am here with your intentionally fabulous tip of the day. So today is International Peace Day. I bet you didn't know that. There's a day for everything, right? So why not peace? Oh my goodness, it is so important. Have you ever met anyone who just carried peace with them? That when you were in their presence, you couldn't help but just feel more calm and peace filled. I grew up in New York, Northeast, primarily an Italian family. My family was blue collar, they owned businesses, and it always just seemed like there was this kind of a hurried, anxious way of life that was just part of the energy and the vibe of things. And it wasn't until I moved to Texas and I started meeting people, and they just carried this peace with them. And I don't have a jealous bone in my body, but there was something that they had that I wanted. And it wasn't like they didn't have problems in their life, or they were running big companies or had family businesses or big houses or big families, but something about them was different and I wanted what they had. So peace goes beyond just having a good day. Peace is being able to have a bad day and still be peace filled. It's a responsibility and it is a decision. You decide that you are not going to let anything steal your peace because it just isn't worth it. And when you do, wow, things become so much better. It's just a contentment that comes over you that you're not going to allow yourself to just get all, anxious and angry and whatever those negative emotions and feelings are. It doesn't mean it won't happen and you won't slip, but here's some things that you can do. When you consistently carry peace, you're more creative, you're more relaxed, it's better for your health, you can think more clearly. There's so many more benefits to being in peace, including being more productive. And it might seem counterintuitive that if you're full of peace, how could you be productive? You can. Your brain works so much better, so much more efficiently, and you just really cut out the junk, the unnecessary, stressful things. So, what can you do? First thing is just step away. Get away from the chaos. You need to put up some boundaries and say no to things. Just don't allow it. You probably thought of this one, but might not be practicing it. Meditation. We hear that meditation is the solution for so many things, so there must be a reason that it is really, really good for you. And basically, you're not allowing the stimulation in. You are putting up a boundary. You're just taking the time to sit and receive good things. Another thing is schedule alone time. We have never lived in a time that was any faster than this. We're in the information age. There's chronic stimulation in media. Things are always coming at us. Just schedule alone time and prioritize it. See it as valuable. Do not look at your calendar and go, oh, alone time. Okay, I can fit something else in there. No, take the time to be alone. Think about, monks, people who are still and it's intentional. They're not going to give up that time because they know it's precious. Martin Luther King used to say if he knew he had a day ahead that was going to require a lot of him, the more quiet time and the more prayer time he had. So the more breakthrough he wanted to have, the more production he wanted to have, the more stillness, prayerful meditation, quiet time that he would have. So schedule it in there. You need to forgive yourself. And I actually just did a live about forgiveness yesterday. I highly recommend you go and check that out. It is 8 minutes, but it is some of the best cliff notes on forgiveness. If you're carrying around unforgiveness, you will never be at peace. You will constantly have just a bitterness inside you. Know this, and this was a huge breakthrough for me. You can only control yourself. That's it. You are not anyone else's savior. You can't control anyone else's behavior, not your spouse, your ex-spouse, your grown children. Even once they're teenagers, it's a little bit late to try and start controlling them. It just will not work. Yourself. focus on you. Another one is the truth. I had a mentor one time. He said to me, yeah, I'd love to work with you to let's be accountability partners and mentors. You can never lie to me. And at first I was a little offended. I was like, lie? Like you don't know me. I'm an upright person. I don't lie. But after he said that, it was amazing the little places where I caught myself wanting to say something just to make someone feel good, even if it wasn't true. Something as simple as being late for an appointment. I could have said, oh, well, there was traffic, or oh, I got stuck at the train, or whatever. But the truth was, I didn't allow enough time, or I didn't think you were valuable enough to leave early enough. And just that little shift in always being truthful gives you peace. When you're someone who lies and chronically lies, you just can't have peace. Another tip is just to slow down. Do not overschedule yourself. Do not say yes to things that you are going to regret later. If you're going at a frantic pace, you're not going to have peace. Another is identify the triggers that steal your peace. So maybe it's someone who's in your circle of friends. When you see that call and you pick it up, you know it's going to be a trigger. They're negative, complaining, gossiping, whatever it is. That person that you're with might just be a trigger. A certain time of day might be a trigger. Waking up to an alarm might be a trigger. Figure it out. If you're up for it, consider volunteering. Now that might seem counterintuitive, but sometimes just getting away and leaving your own troubles, your own issues, problems, stressors, and serving someone else who may be less fortunate than you will just give you a peace that you actually have so much to be thankful for. Self-care is always great. I did a video just 2 days ago on self-care, so please do check that out. It might not be what you think. Another one, I'll give you one final one, is get out in nature. When I go outside, which I do every day, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a day, intentionally to be in nature, I am overcome with awe of this world being created in 6 days. That the trees were planted, the mountains, the oceans, the birds, everything was created one time in 6 days. And when you sit out there and you're around wind and birds and water, you can't help but feel a sense of peace that washes over you. And of course, the Prince of Peace. If you believe in God and a higher power, and I hope you do, that is the true source of all peace. So I hope you enjoyed this intentionally fabulous tip of the day. I have great news. I am doing a live webinar on September 30th and again on October 1st to help women who are going through various stages of separation, divorce, and even post-divorce, who we want to take them from what might feel like a living hell to healthy and beyond, to intentionally fabulous. I will be sharing the 8 things that have helped me in the last 2 years to go from that hell to healed, to go from the grief to grateful and amazing. So please do tell your girlfriends. Go to intentionallyfabulous.com. You can click on the link below. Sign up for that free webinar. I'd love to have you there, and I hope to see you on the webinar, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.